If I had to go through every work plan activity that we are doing, it would take me 3 hours. All right? But because this morning that we are talking about the transformation of agriculture, fisheries and marine resources, I'll just be touching on those activities that we believe will bring transformation, something new, taking us to the next level. Amen? Accomplishing our goals. Good. Touching on the 25 by 25 agenda plan, our plan is aquaculture. Getting into aquaculture and establishing it to a next level. So we're looking at seamoss production. And one of the first things that we're looking to do within the first quarter of this year is to establish exhibition sites, right? And we would be starting between the areas of Old Road to New Guinea. We want to establish a site there. And that site would show how seamoss production can be done. And from there, we would also be inviting stakeholders, young entrepreneurs, fishers, to be a part of it, be a part of the process, so that they can see that seamoss production is a viable way forward that can supplement their income or even be something that they do full time. And we also want to do an exhibition site also in Deep Bay. We believe that those 2 areas, based on the condition of the sea, the area, it would be good for those coastal communities. Also, we have the development of land-based aquaculture facility. This proposed aquaculture facility, we want to have this established this year. Purchase, hopefully established this year. So what you see here is a prefab structure, and within that you will see that they're doing aquaculture breeding. We want to start to set up a aquaculture facility where we're doing breeding of fingerlings for shrimp and for baitfish aquaculture. Okay? And we will also use this facility for coral restoration, propagation, coral propagation, and also for aquaculture research. This, we believe, will take us to the next level. If we want to go full scale in aquaculture, it's important that we understand how to breed the fingerlings, the small strip, the small fish, even the flounder pompano. We believe if we start that, then we could get young entrepreneurs involved, all right? And we would just be able to provide the fingerlings and then do the growing of the fish, okay? And this is one of our goals going forward for this year. So we have aquaculture research in collaboration with Ross University. We believe that in order to take aquaculture to the next level as well, we would need research to be a part of it, so that we're able to work out the kinks, the challenges, difficulties through research and be able to have solutions going forward. In terms of the data and statistics division, we are expecting in February to start a national fisherfolk survey. And this survey is to get the perception of our fishers and how they view the marine sector, the fisheries sector. It is difficult to manage a sector if you don't know the issues, if you don't know how fishers feel about the sector, different areas of it. So we believe that if we're able to do such a survey, then we would know what issues we have to tackle and to focus our energies going forward. And of course, we have our annual data report. That is something that we have to establish for this year in 2024. In terms of ecosystem management, we're hoping that this year we would have the gazetting of the SKN MMA. And what this means is that have it go through the legal process so that it could get the support that is needed to have this SKN MMA finally be established. It brings better management of the use of the coastal areas in St. Kitts and Nevis, and this should bring expected growth of the snorkel and diving sector and also improve our tourism product. One of the things that we experience quite a bit is phone calls. We have dive tour operators call all the time. Snorkel tour operators. Oh, imagine we snorkeling, we're doing diving, and you have a fisherman right there shooting the fish. Imagine you being underneath the sea with your tour guides. Those people that come off the ship and you're snorkeling. And next thing you see a fisherman come with his spear gun, shooting the fish right in front of it. All right? So we have experienced a lot of that, but we believe that once this SKN is established, we will be able to have zones where fishing can be done, where diving should be encouraged, and snorkeling. We just can't have people doing whatever they want, wherever they want. So this SKN has to be established this year. Good. So moving forward, we have habitat monitoring. We will continue doing our reef checks, checking our coral reef and other marine habitats. And the good thing going forward is that we have our underwater cameras that we can use in deep areas so that we're able to monitor and know what is happening, especially during this period of time of climate change. Anything can happen. We also know about the different diseases that are also affecting our reefs. These cameras would also assist us, and we have them ready prepared to start for this year. We're looking to do as well this year a SKN, Marine and Fishing Conference. Not too many people know about the marine sector. We know about the land base, but we're not even getting as many professionals becoming, getting involved in the marine sector. This is a big deal. But how can we change things if we have a conference where people get to know about the sector? People get to know about the issues and challenges of the sector. Get the stakeholders involved, the dive tour operators, the fishers, that we could discuss these things. All right? And we're able to go forth and grow as a unit. It also brings awareness to the public of what's happening in the marine sector, as I said, and it also introduces fishers to the latest fishing equipment and techniques and technology. If we have this conference, fishers who normally fish a certain way, we can also use this conference to bring in new, people overseas and so on, who have new techniques, new technology that could make their fishing operation more productive, rather than the same way. Because we're looking to transform, we're looking to advance, we need the sharing of information. And this conference, I believe, would have great impact on the Federation. And to also get some of you become entrepreneurs and get involved in the sector as well. Allow me to touch on what we are proposing to have in August. Just after Culturama, we want to have the first ever St. Kitts Nevis Marine Expo. And this will be an expo of no other. This expo now is where we promote the blue economy. All right? I mean, most people don't know about seabed mining. Most people don't know that we're able to get pharmaceuticals, medication from the sea. Most people don't know how that the sea can also provide energy. This is a place where we invite regional organizations, international organizations to come to our shores. Let us know how we can benefit and grow the blue economy. Here we would also be able to make networking. The government, these different companies, so that we could get more engaged in the blue economy. Here we would also showcase what is being done locally as well. The local companies, dive tour operators, dive schools, these companies that are here and are already established, we want to have them to showcase what they do to the general public. We want to get our country involved in the sustainable growth of our blue economy. And this is the place for it. I would like to see our boat building industry develop. How else would it be unless our people are not connected properly to the sector? I would like to see our minister, even during this expo at Tuazante, walk onto a new brand sailboat and see what the sailboat industry is about. To see what we are missing out on. And this expo is to bring us closer to what the world is doing in terms of the blue economy moving forward. And this is what we're doing. And this is what we're looking to establish this year. First of all, the Coast Fish Project is improving co-management between our fishers and the authorities, working together. And what we are establishing this year, I mean, this picture will show you that we have already started to construct what we call cages, right? These are pictures from last week. Cages, and these cages, we will be putting in conch shells in these cages in order to make artificial reefs. These artificial reefs will be there to attract juvenile lobsters and to attract marine life. And these would be placed in the Southeast Peninsula area and also in Nevis. So that is what we're doing, and we're expecting to start this in February. The mitigation of ghost fishing. Most of our fishers, a number of them, they use fish pots. And from time to time, these fish pots get lost. And not because the fish pot is lost means that it has stopped fishing. These fish pots can be in the sea and they continue to fish even though they are lost. Because as fish come in, they die, they are seen as meat, and more fish come in continuously. And they can deplete the fish stocks that we have. So we want to tackle this issue. And the way forward for this year is that we are tackling this issue by using the natural jute twine to install the doors of the fish pot. So where they take out the fish when they catch it, that little hatch is going to be tied on to or installed with jute twine, right? And this jute twine is biodegradable. So after 3 weeks, if the fish pot is lost, because normally fishers check their pots every 14 days in a 2-week period, but this twine lasts for 21 days before it starts to biodegrade. So the point is, if our fishers start to utilize this twine, then if they get lost, if the fish pot get lost, it would open up. The twine would biodegrade, and this would open up and allow the fish to come out. So this fish pot will not be actively fishing in the sea anymore. And this is what we're doing for this year. Getting our fishers involved in it. We have fish pots that we're going to be giving to fishers so that they can see how it works, and then get them on board. And at some point later on in the future, we could start to enforce it more. But we want to get our fishers involved in utilizing the jute twine or the biodegradable panels. Fish products. Just like the Basse Fisheries Complex where you can go and get your fish, you would be able now to get it as well in Old Road. So we're making the Old Road Fisheries Complex also a fish depot. The government will be buying fish, processing the fish, and selling the fish at Old Road to the local community, to the people there, so that they could have fresh fish, clean fish, safe fish to consume. Also, our plan is to have value-added products on the menu to be sold, such as fish sticks, fish balls, utilizing ocean pelagic fish and underutilized species fish as well, to make these fish balls and fish sticks. Monitoring, control, and surveillance. Our hope this year, we have the boat already. We are expecting our fisheries enforcement officer to be on board in March. We are looking to do more, increase our monitoring and surveillance with vessel monitoring systems. Okay? We are looking to do far more patrols in order to inspect our fishers and inspect vessels and sea to make sure that they're complying with the rules and regulations of the country. So we are looking to do that. We are looking to crack down on illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing, IUU fishing. One of the biggest issues or priority that we have is that in 2014, we would have been yellow carded by the EU. because of our lack of being able, to crack down on IUU fishing, and also to comply with international rules, regulations with regards to our offshore fishery, our international fishery sector. And one of the requirements is that we have to be able to monitor our local, our EEZ, our own waters. That is a requirement in order for this yellow card to leave us and be behind us. So what we are proposing now is, for this year, we will be purchasing vessel tracking systems. And this will allow us to track our fishing vessels, to know where they are fishing, whether they are fishing in the right areas, whether they are fishing illegally, whether they're fishing in areas outside of our boundaries. This tracking system will be going at every fishing vessel once purchased. And this this device, one of the things about it is, it logs multiple locations every minute. It collects data continuously in all locations, and it automatically uploads data when in range. So this is what we will have, and we will be able to monitor all our fishing vessels. And this is an example of a diagram, if you could see properly. This is in Barbados, and they're able daily to check the whereabouts of the fishing vessels. They will know those vessels who are fishing illegally. All right? So this is important for us to establish this year, so that we could finally get the yellow card that was given to us, or on us, in 2014 behind us. This is one aspect that we have to fulfill. Sargassum management. We all know about the sargassum sea. It has plagued us since 2011, 2012. Over a decade now. But finally we are getting the assistance needed, the help needed, through the Improving National Sargassum Capacity in the Caribbean project by the UNDP. We are finally getting the assistance necessary. And what we are getting in terms of the benefits of this project is floating booms and barriers, aquatic sargassum harvesters, which means there will be a harvester, conveyor harvester in the sea, picking up the sargassum. So it doesn't necessarily have to come on the shore anymore. We could pick up the seaweed in the sea. So we would have that capacity going forward, probably by the ending of this year. So we're looking to also have workboats, beach rakes, lightweight tractors and dump trucks to be a part of our fleet going forward to deal with the sargassum issue that has plagued us for the past 12 years or 10 years. Capital projects that we're looking to establish this year, or start this year. Construction of the new Date Bay Fisher Car building. The building has been down, can't be used for a long time now, and we're looking to have this building established finally. Also, we're looking to renovate and add additional lockers to the rooms at the Basset Fisheries Complex. The fishers, if you go there, you see that when rain comes, rain falls through the roof and wet up everything that the fishers have in the locker rooms. They have complained, and finally a solution will come this year. Thirdly, we're expecting to see the start of the second phase of the Old Road Breakwater project. We're hoping that this year at least they will have their fuel station. No longer fishers will have to go to town, get gasoline by Port Zante, go back. Imagine having to use fuel just to go to town, come back. We want to make their operations more productive, more profitable, and we believe that having a fuel station on site would assist our fishers there. Good. So these are the capital projects that we will be working on for this year. So, lastly, fisher capacity building programs. With all that has been said, unless you change the minds, unless you improve the information that our fishers have, we cannot transform a sector. Everything would be going full speed, new building, this, that, but our fishers are left behind. All right? What we want to establish is a fisher capacity building program. And this program is here to attract new fishers in. We are hoping that we could collaborate with the STEP program to get at least 10, 15 fishers. And we make them, you know, we attach them to other more established fishers for the time being to know the fishing techniques, to get a better understanding of how to fish in our type of waters, to prepare them. Okay? And apart from this as well, we will know our plan, and we will be discussing this with Joyke in a few weeks in February. We want to have this year a plan, a program, where we're able to give our fishers, the leaders especially, a global experience of how fishing is done in more developed countries. Good? Let them go and see far beyond what they know here. Go abroad and see what they're doing abroad. Go and see what type of equipment, fishing boat that they use there. Go and see how corporates operate overseas, that they may come back and be the leaders and the champions to help to change the minds of the other fishers. Because it's very difficult for people like me and you, those who are in management, to change the mind of fishers. It's easier for fishers to change the mind of fishers. And we believe a program like this would give the necessary exchange of knowledge, experience using certain fishing techniques and boats. If you look outside, you go to the landing sites, you see the type of boats that have been used. It's boats that they've been using for maybe 300 years. Canoe boat, pirogue boat. We believe if we're going to transform the sector, it's time to use bigger boats that could fish further out, that can stay longer on the sea, that can be more profitable and more productive. And this is our work plan, our summary of the transformative activities for the Department of Marine Resources. Thank you for listening.